Alright, so this is the start of the series where I actually just show my equips for each of my boss farming characters every patch. So every time there's a new patch, I'll be uploading a new episode in this series and just showing my equips so that people don't ask me about how much drop I have, how much damage I have, etc. Anyways, so first is my Kanna. So this guy, just to give you a bit of context, so I just have my drop gear on. As you can see, I have 229% drop, but if I turn my familiar on, I should also cover my familiar. Oh, I don't want to do that. I should cover my familiar, so I have item drop by a large amount and ignore defense by 20%. So with this guy, I have 329%. And yeah, with this guy, I was actually going to defund him after the Destiny patch dropped, but they decided to get rid of the boss cubes. Oh, not boss cubes, sorry. They got rid of the Twist Cash Shop coupon because basically, if the Twist Cash Shop coupon was still in GMS, then I was probably just going to do my boss farming on my Night Lords and not do it on my Kanna because that it's not worth it at that point because that Twist Cash Shop drop coupon, the Twist Cash Shop coupon is worth more than that extra like 50% flat drop I have on this guy. So yeah, so these are all my equips. So for now, I'm not going to be defunding this guy. I'm probably going to actually be funding this guy slightly more. So what I'm thinking is maybe replace, get like a set of superior goals equips for this guy, so that I can, because right now I can do CPAP on this guy, but it's like really like hit or miss. Like sometimes it takes me like 5 runs to just clear it in 1 week. So I just want to kind of ensure that I have enough damage to consistently do CPAP, and maybe I can get up to normal Lotus Damien kind of level with this guy. Yeah, cosmetics, yep. Pets, yeah, so I have the little, these little guys. So these were like free from the previous events, and yeah, whatever like scrolls I get my hands on with the pet attacks and pet magic attacks, I just scroll on this guy. So I just have one more to work on for this guy. And yeah, Haku fan. In terms of progression for this guy, oh yeah, arcane symbols. So these are all like my symbols on this guy, but as you can see, they're almost all maxed. These two, they are maxed, but I just haven't converted the coins from Lost Line and Arcana into symbols. But these symbols are all going to go to my Corsair soon, like maybe after the Shining Starforce event, when I don't need as much mesos as before. But these are like the symbols I'm going to be working with on my Kanna, and hopefully, because I have like 2009 symbols, so this is probably a level 19 symbol in my opinion, like level 18 or 19 symbol here, so it shouldn't be too bad. I have a few more, but I have excesses on, I should have some excesses on these arcane symbols, the Lost Shine and Arcana ones, so hopefully I can just level these up to like level 10 or something and it'll be okay. But yeah, that's this guy. So I have like just 10,000 stats in int just from arcane symbols, and I'm sitting on 20k int. Yeah, okay, is there anything else to talk about? Yeah, this guy is 16 stars. I want to go to 17. Oh, and if you notice, they're almost all unique equips with like 2 lines or 3 lines of int. I'm probably not going to like cube anymore for these equips, but the only thing that I might consider doing in the short term is replacing this with an arcane fan, because currently the arcane fans are only like 400 mil at the moment after the Destiny patch, because Kannas are just not like played anymore. So yeah, I might just replace this 15% spell tracer and then replace this with the new arcane fan. But yeah, this guy is pretty much almost all done in my opinion. Like I don't think I'm going to be working on this guy too much from now on. Oh, I should also show my Legion and Link skills as well. Oh my gosh, so much to show. Okay, so Legion, this is my boss Legion setup. Boss damage, ignore defense, crit damage, and then crit rate is also slightly prioritized, but not so much. I should have a few more characters level 200 after the world transfer and not world transfer, the burning world leap, and also after the terror burning characters that the coupons that we get, because I still haven't made 2 of the terror burning characters, so I should be on like 5.5k Legion soon. And this is my training setup. So yeah, just normal damage, bonus EXP, and crit rate. Nothing too fancy. Link skills, yeah, Link skills and Legion, I'm probably only going to show this one time because I already showed it. Yeah, but these are like the generic kind of Link skills I just put on each character. I don't really care too much because I don't have like enough Link skills to really have to think about optimizing in terms of like which one's best to put on. I just don't have enough Link skills. So yeah, that's basically it. And I just I need to show what else. I've shown the familiar, right? The familiar here, and oh yeah, fifth job. Yeah, so it's just like the usual, I guess. Nothing super like amazing, I don't think. It's just like everything here should be like max or near max. And yeah, I guess that's it for my Kanna. Alright, cool. Moving on to the next guy. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I actually have 6 pieces of tradable drop gear here. So yeah, you'll probably see these a lot on my different characters, because yeah, these literally make up like 100% item drop. So they're very important to me. This kinda does have this Blackgate mask, but I do have a 15% item drop branch nose. So I think in the near future, I'm going to be selling this in the auction house, and then just going to be equipping the branch nose on my Kanna. I'll be losing 5% item drop, but I'll be getting like 3 build in return. So I'd say that's like a pretty good trade-off. So yeah, that's just one more thing. And yeah, okay, I'll really go on to another character now. Okay, next is my Corsair, and yeah, this guy's the protagonist of my free-to-play series, basically. Even though my Kanna seemed like it was a protagonist, it's actually not. It's actually my Corsair. Again, so starting with familiars, I only really have one familiar on this guy, but I also have legendary familiars in my storage. So I think I'm going to be applying those legendary familiars soon to my Corsair, and going to be using the red familiar cubes to try and get like some variation of boss damage and ignore defense. But yeah, so for now, I only really have this one familiar that I'm really working on. Everything else is like level 5 here, but I'm just too lazy to like level these up, like rank them up and try and go for better lines and unique, but that's something I need to do eventually. But yeah, for now, we'll just keep it as just this one Oda warrior here. Yeah, cool. And then moving on to the equips. So as you can see, my symbol level isn't very good here, because everything but the Vanishing Journey symbol I'm going to be transferring for my Kanna. So yeah, I'm probably missing like about like 7k, 8k in raw decks right here. But so I should probably be on like 25k decks at the moment, but it's okay. But yeah, just going top to bottom. So this is my drop gear right now at the moment. Yep. So I think almost everything here is fine in terms of like cubing and stuff for now. Because I'm going to be I'm not going to be using Meister cubes to get better lines anymore, because they're just not worth it. I think it's better that I save up for cubes of equality or like any other cash shop cubes. Just the line pool is so much better. So just much more opportunities. Oh, this guy is one that I really like, and this is one I rolled myself, so it's got a lot of history to it. And yeah, in terms of like what I need to work on, I have another pet here, but it's in my cash shop right now because I just couldn't be bothered. I don't really use it on my Corsair. I use it on my Night Lords. Yeah, so this guy is another pet equip I have to work on, but everything else here is basically almost done. Yeah, I have another pet here, and the pet should have like around 25 attack as well on the pet accessory. But yeah, you guys can catch it another time. I do have the Superior Golux pendant, which I'm probably going to re-roll into like some dex line, because I have another VIP necklace, so I don't really need this guy. Oh yeah, and you know these two VIP necklaces, they're at 0 stars as you can see, but in the Shining Star Force event or the next Star Force event, I'm probably going to get this to 17 stars, and that'll be a bit more damage boost to each of my characters when I'm doing the farming. So yeah, so that's the only like real immediate thing for my Corsair. In terms of like other immediate things, so this is my Mezzo gear, I guess, but I don't really think I'll need to use it for a while. Not for like, not after they gutted the 2x cash shop coupon on drop. And yeah, this is Arcane Pistol I'm also working on, but I don't know how it's going to work because Shining Star Force is going to come in about 2 weeks apparently, or like that's the prediction. And if it does, then there's no way I'll get this fully scrolled for that. So that means I'll have to do it on my current gun here, this one, which I don't really particularly mind. It's fine. But it's just going to be a bit annoying because that means I have to prime this one as well. So that's just like the only X factor I'm like sort of like still trying to figure out. But other than that, all of these, yeah, Sweetwater Tattoo, I need to cube this, yeah, and scroll it. And yeah, get it to 17 stars. Dominator Pendant, I also need to transpose into the Sweetwater necklace, and that'll be my damage gear here. And yeah, everything else, ooh, what happened here? I don't have any lines of text. Oh, I think this is one I was working on, and then I got absolutely nothing in the end. I probably need to get at least 12% dex on this guy. But yeah, other than that, it's like basically more or less all kind of obvious, I'd say. Yeah, 5th job skills here. Everything else, yeah, everything important is maxed as well, as you can see. Nothing too big that I need to work on specifically. I also do have 2 extra points right now that I just noticed. I'll just enhance 2 of these. Yeah, and I have a few more skills here locked, but I guess I can't really use them for a bit. Yeah, I'll just need to get my levels up a bit more. But we'll see when we get there. I also have a ton of these concentrated experience node stones as well. So we'll just see what happens like later on. But yeah, that's my Corsair, guys. Oh yeah, and with Corsairs, you get a huge like boost in damage with roll of dice and loaded dice. So if you use loaded dice, you can choose a number that you want. What does it show anywhere? Nope, I don't think so. Yeah, so I just picked number 5, and number 5 is an extra, what is it? How much percent damage? Wait, it's a 4th job skill, I believe. Wait, no jokes, is it 3rd? Oh, roll of dice, yeah. Oh, okay. It doesn't show actually. I thought there'll be somewhere that shows the possible dice rolls. Maybe it's a 5th job one. Loaded die. Ooh, okay, guess not. But yeah, if I use that, yeah, number 5 is 20% damage increase. So that's what I generally just settle for. So yeah, my damage is like, it goes up by quite a bit after I use that skill. But yeah, that's the only real like thing to note about my Corsair. Everything else is like pretty much the same. Cool, let's go on to the next guy. Alright, and now we're going to my Night Lord army. Okay, so this one is going to be a bit more explanation. Oh, as you can see, I have a 2nd pendant slot for each of my characters. What you'll see is each of my Night Lords have an extra pendant slot, and both my Kanna and Corsair also do as well. So basically the excess reward points I get, I just unlock the pendant slot for each of my characters because I have that much extra anyways. So it's fine. And as you can see, this is where like that tradable aspect of this gear is just where it becomes so ridiculous. Maybe I'll just show you my base damage without this. So basically I'm sitting at around 300k stat. If I apply link skills as well, it'll be a bit more. So I'll just apply it here just to demonstrate. I'm not going to apply it on each of my characters, but as you can see, I get some boss damage, I get extra damage, and like I get like everything, I guess. And just in terms of like specific gear for this guy has Ascendion, increased item drop by a large amount, and IED. Most of my boss farming army has that 20% IED line here. But one immediate thing I might change in the near future is change all my Fafnir claws into arcane claws. But I'll kind of have to like think about my budget first about that, if it's really worth me doing that. But as you can see, all my weapons and emblems would probably have 2 lines or more of like relevant stats. So here I have 30% ignore defense and 12% attack. And that's because I've just been working on that over the past 2 to 3 months on each of my Night Lords. And top, bottom, and shirt and also belts, they would all be at least 9% luck. They're all either at 9% luck in epic or unique with at least 9% luck. But yeah, for this guy was really lucky, and I was able to get like a couple of gear that was over 9%. Yeah, and okay, I should show you my gear after. Okay, so as you can see, I only have 90% item drop because I'm getting that from the legendary ability. Sorry, before I go, my arcane symbols, I'm on level 2 here. Oh yeah, because now after the Destiny patch, when you complete Arcane River, you get level 2 Banishing Journey symbols, not level 1. So that's why I have level 2 here. But yeah, after I equip these, you'll see my item drop just go up. Like, go up, and up. It's pretty good. Pretty damn good. And then once I put my overpowered, like, tradable Pensley equips on, it will go even more. Okay, my damage is like 800k now, and then if I turn my familiar on, I get 239%, and that's also excluding my holy symbol. So holy symbol adds another 20%, and normally if I do my boss runs, I'll probably buy a Legion's luck coupon, which will put it to 300% item drop. So I have 300% item drop on each of my Night Lords, just TLDR. But yeah, I guess just to cover the tradable drop gear parts, I'm probably going to try in the next Cube of Equality sale to try and get 2 lines of item drop on each of these equips, just so that like, just, you know, cube farming army goes brrr. But yeah, so of course it's Descender Charm. I need a decent one for farming on each of my Night Lords. So this has like a good mix of boss damage, ignore defense, and attack. It'd be nicer if this boss damage line was a bit more than 20%, but it's alright. That's what we have. Just in the near future, I might actually try and get these guys up to legendary, these 3 equips, and try and go for better lines, because since I'm using these so much, like, I should just try and get something better to farm with, right? That's what I've just been thinking recently. But as you can see, all of them have like pretty insane flames. So they're all at least 70 flame scores. This has a flame score of 80. So 80, 72, 72. And yeah, this was like part of my hunt to find this Pensley set like a year ago. Like, it was such a long time ago when I was looking for that. And again, you know, yeah, like nothing too much other than that. And then node stones. So with nodes, I'm trying to get each of my Night Lords to level 210, because 210 is pretty easy at the moment to get with like all those level up potions that we get from Nexon, and also because I want to get at least 2 of these tri-nodes in. Like ideally, like I could spend another 300 mil to get this in as well, but this isn't as important, I guess. It's only level 8, but back then I thought the Throwing Star Barrage was the most important 5th job skill for Night Lords, but apparently Throw Blasting is. So what I might do in the very, very near future is get like another 500 node stones for each of my Night Lords, and use them on my Night Lords, right? And then with the spares, just level up Throw Blasting. And yeah, Oda Nova is really important for me because Night Lords don't have a bind. So bosses like Akarium, Magnus, those 2 are the ones that I need bind for, because Akarium cracks the screen because I don't have enough damage to just one-shot him on this guy, so I have to bind him. And also Magnus is a bit annoying because he's always flying around, so I'd rather just bind him in place and then deal with him. So yeah, other than those guys, I don't really need the Oda Nova, but because I need for those guys, I just keep it. But yeah. Oh, and of course, most importantly, all of my Night Lords will have the same like stat on these, the same hyper skill. Sorry, it's just all going to be 1 point into extra item drop, because the reason I chose Night Lords in the first place was because Showdown gave extra item drop, but it's only like 5%. So here, what is it? It's 2.5% here, and then plus another 2.5%. So it's an extra 5% drop basically when I do bosses. So 1 point in Showdown, 1 point on Frailty Curse so that you can apply to bosses, and then everything else into Quad Star, and then yeah, active skill, it's the same. I do need to actually, speaking of that, I do need to optimize my hyperstats so that it's like ideal for boss fights, but yeah, I haven't really figured that out yet. I'll just have to redo that later on. Just have to think of a way. But yeah, that's basically it for this guy, guys. So, oh, another thing is that on my Night Lords, I use the extreme growth potions as well. So my damage is slightly more, and I get that extra attack speed on my attack. So yeah, that's the only other thing. But I think later on, I'm probably going to use like wealth acquisition potions because they're so cheap at the moment. It might be worth picking these up because I did the math, and if I just can make one extra Mice Cube from from using 5 wealth acquisition potions, then I've already made my money back. And yeah, so I think it's really worth using that wealth acquisition potion. So it will probably be something that I implement in the near future. But yeah, so in the really near future, like with all of my Night Lords in general, I'll probably get these to 17 stars very soon. I'll probably replace this with a Arcane Claw, but I might wait till next Marvel sale when the prices drop a bit. And then I can sell these 17 star Fafnir fans for a bit, like probably like a bill or so, like a bill or 1.5 bill. So it's like sort of a decent chunk back. And yeah, and I really should get these guys up to legendary just because I'm using these so much. So it's actually worth me trying to get better lines on these guys. Yeah, I think I'll actually focus on these immediately. Yeah, whatever Mice Cubes I get, I'll just chuck it on these, and then especially the gloves. I want to get at least 1 line of crit damage on my gloves here. And yeah, I guess that's it. There's nothing else. Yeah, this guy has 2 extra pets, but the other Night Lords don't have the pets. And this is like the pet that I transferred from my Corsair with that 25 attack. I should just show you actually. I'll just go to the cash shop. But I won't be showing this for each of my Night Lords. I'm just showing you this once so that you guys know, I guess, just in general what I'm doing. But yeah, I have my little Wolfroot here, and yeah, 24 attack. Yeah. So each of these will be applied for my Night Lords. But yeah, that's basically it. Cool, let's go into our next one. Loki, I don't think I don't feel like the need to show like all the other quips. You know, the quips I transferred, like the jockey and then the Fafnir, no, not Fafnir, the secondary weapon and pencil gear. I'm probably not going to show those on each of my Night Lords because it's the same. Like honestly, almost my Night Lords are all basically the same. So there's no like real like big thing between them, but I'll just show you guys anyways without the gear. I haven't transferred it over. I don't think I really need to. They're all around like 800k damage like after you put on everything and with the same item drop. But yeah, just showing you what's exclusive to these guys. Yep, so I just have like the generic stuff here, which, you know, I just mentioned to you earlier is either 9% stack gear or unique basically. Yep, so this guy has 30% boss damage. Like this one was a really lucky line. And then yeah, of course, increase item drop by a large amount. I guess yeah, that's basically it. Speaking of which, actually, you know, with all those free legendary event rings that we get, like all those legendary scrolls for event rings. So what I thought was I'll probably pick up a pair on my each of my Night Lords, so get 1 ring of each one, so it would increase the item drop by a bit. And I'm pretty sure in this Destiny patch we get 2. I think I can bring 1 from Burning World into regular server, and we'll get 2 free rings. So I'll probably apply it to F1P army and F2P army, and then later on I can replace this Silver Blossom ring with another one of those. Or like, yeah, I don't really need these 2 rings, but yeah, that's basically it. The only other thing I'll just show is like my 5th job skills. So yep, yeah. And just to take note, F1P army and F2P army are the only ones that are level 210. So the other ones are quite significantly worse in terms of damage because they don't have the 2 extra node slots, because basically this one was locked for level 210, but it's just, I think it was 100 mil to unlock it. So I was like, yeah, I'll just cop 100 mil. That's so worth it. But the other guys, they don't have these 2 slots. So that's the only downside with the other guys. But yeah, I haven't run into too many issues. Like, honestly, like, the damage is fine to clear it. It's just slightly slow, but it's like the same. It's not too bad. But yeah, that's basically this guy over. So I'll just move on to the next guy. Yeah, I know I'm doing this a bit rushed, and I should like equip like all those gears and stuff, but I don't feel like I really need to, because those are just the common equips I'm just transferring between my Night Lords. But yeah, this guy again has 310% item drop as well, if I were to put everything in. Okay, F4P army. Oh, this guy's a bit weaker. This guy only has 210k damage. But yeah, let's just show you my equips for this. Yep. So just, I guess, yeah, this guy only has really like 9% luck. That's why he's so weak. Yeah, nothing really special on this guy. Yep. In terms of, oh yeah, this guy has 20% boss damage. I guess that's his saving grace. But again, you know, all of my Night Lords have like the exact same item drop, and they're more or less around like the same damage. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy only has like 750k damage like overall, but it's not really like that significantly different, not gonna lie. Because most of the harder bosses I go through in the rotation with like the Throwing Star Barrage or like Throw Blasting or both. So like for the harder bosses, I'm melting them anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference. And you know, the easier bosses, I can just like 3-shot them anyway. So yeah, so I've really like worked on optimizing my routes for daily bosses so that I make sure that I can do the harder bosses with my burst damage while also timing it so that during the cooldown I can also do my the weaker bosses. But other than that, yeah. And as I told you before, this guy's only level 207. Like, I don't have any other Night Lords that are level 210, but I think at the end of this Destiny patch, because we get this, and I'm going to be getting Stellar Pass later on after I get my Fire Poison Mage to level 220. I'll be getting the level 200 to 209. I'll be getting heaps of those. So yeah, I'll be able to get a few more Night Lords to level 210. And then once I get to 210, I'll unlock this just automatically. And then I'll just pay 100 mil to get this one. And then I'll be able to apply to all these. But yeah, just Node Stones is going to be probably what I'm going to be getting to boost my Night Lord's damage in the short term at the moment, because it's really cost efficient, Node Stones. Like, they're only like 1.1 mil in Bera at the moment. So it's really a cost efficient way to increasing your damage. And yeah, that's basically it for this guy. I guess I'll move on. Oh yeah, and if you notice, some of my Night Lords only have unique lines of item drop because I failed to get it to like the main stat. But hopefully in the future, after I accumulate enough on EXP, I'll be able to roll those into 20% item drops on Legendary. But yeah, those honor medals are probably going to be farmed from daily bosses anyways, so I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone basically. But yeah, I think that's basically it. I showed my familiars, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next guy. Alright, F4P army. This guy was the guy without this guy was a guy without like any useful combat stat familiars, I remember. So for this guy, I only recently gave him extra symbols to compensate for that. So as you can see, I actually have level 16 throw blasting on this guy, which is not the same case for my other Night Lords. My other Night Lords have like level 5, level 4 throw blasting. But I just needed to compensate him because he just didn't have that extra familiar damage as well. And also because he's only level 206. So he doesn't have those boost nodes at the moment either. But if I was just to show you, oh yeah. So the boost nodes here are like a lot higher level than my other guys. So level 19, level 17, level 17. But yeah, that's basically it. Just showing you my main gear. Yeah, so each of my Night Lords has this. Yep. 15% lock. Yep, 12% attack. Yeah, so I don't really think there's anything else I really need to say about this guy. Yeah, again, all of my Night Lords, again, this guy only has unique ability, and it's because I remember this guy was really unlucky. I spent all 300k in a ability getting this guy to level 200, and it just wouldn't budge higher than unique. And this was after that patch where you can't go down in rank. So I was just super unlucky. I was just hard stuck in unique for some reason on this guy. But yeah, later on, hopefully I'll be able to get something else on this. But yeah, that's basically it with this. So I'll just move on to my last guy here. Oh no, this guy's breaking the tradition. I don't have that chicken wing, like the chickens falling down NX skin, or the grumpy face either. So this guy is actually the guy that I don't like the most out of in my Night Lord army. And also I don't really actually do daily bosses on this guy too much, to be honest. I only really do it on the weekends, because during the weekdays I'm already like busy enough that some days, actually Monday and Tuesday, normally I only do boss farming on my Kanna, my Night Lord, my first Night Lord, and my Corsair. So I only do it on 3 characters, but that's because I have work during the day. I have to go into the office, I get home, I have to go straight to badminton, and then I get home at like 10 p.m, 11 p.m, and then I have to go to sleep in an hour time for work the next day. So on Monday and Tuesdays, I don't actually get past 3 daily bosses. But yeah, usually on Saturday, Sunday, when I'm more free, I'll just do all 7 boss farming, I guess, characters. So yeah. But anyways, in terms of gear, this guy was the super lucky one. This guy had the bloody heli. The 30% boss damage heli. This line was pretty cracked. Yeah, increase item drop by a large amount, of course. And yeah, just in terms of this, yeah. Oh yeah, this one was like super lucky. I was like so shocked when I got this. So lucky. Yep. So this guy's actually not too bad in terms of damage. I think, yeah, this guy had the insane pants. Like, I rolled this and I was like, holy shit. This guy is like super blessed. Except I just don't farm on him too much. That's the only thing. But yeah, that's basically it with the gear on this guy. And yeah, again, this guy has 310% item drop as well. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I guess by next event, what I'm thinking is I'll probably, by the next patch, oh yeah, because I'm coin capping on my characters in Burning World as well. So I'll be able to buy stuff from the coin shop and bring it to bearer before I world leap my burning characters. So with the extra flames that I'm going to be getting, so I'm going to be getting all the flames in both bearer and Burning World, and they're all going to be Karma flames. So with all those Karma flames, except for the blacks, I'm going to be actually using them on my equips on my Night Lords, so that I want to try and get at least 60 flame score on each of my CRA equips, because that'll give me like an extra boost in damage. And with the black flames, I'll probably use on my arcane gun, to be honest, on my Corsair. Yep. The blacks I'll definitely be using on my main, my Corsair, but I think Eternals I might actually use on my arcane equips as well, on my Corsair, but definitely the reds I'll be using on my Night Lords, because reds have like the least chance of giving decent lines. Other than that, no stones is something else I'm going to be working on, because I'm getting revenue from my Night Lord farming army now. So like, I think so far I've already gained 4.5 bill just the past 4 days. Actually, technically past week, because I started farming last Wednesday. So on Sunday I sold service, and I sold service today. So on Sunday I made 2.8 bill. Today I made 1.3, I think. So yeah, just about 4 bill. But yeah, so I might just spend more time reinvesting the money back into my Night Lords. Yeah, and get the event ring on each of my Night Lords is going to be my #1 priority with each event. Getting at least one event ring with legendary, but if I can get 2 at legendary, then that'll be like, I don't need to work on my Night Lords anymore, because I'll have like all my other equips slots filled with drop gear anyways. But yeah, I do want to, so basically right now I do my daily bosses on each of my Night Lords. So this, yeah. So as you can see, all the daily bosses. And the only other daily boss I do is Cygnus. But I do want to at least be able to do healer, like hard healer, Chaos Zakim, and maybe the 3 easy CRA bosses. I am Chaos Pink Bean. Yeah, that'll be great. Because that means I'll be able to get like 100 mil per like day, basically. And yeah, so I do Cygnus on each of my characters on a different day of the week, so that I get extra 200 reward points from clearing Cygnus. But yeah, as I mentioned, if I can just do the other bosses, I'll probably also be getting like 1.2k reward points every day as well. So it'll just be super like good. And yeah, I just want to work on my damage a bit more so that I'm able to have a bit of an easier time with some of these daily bosses. I want to get to a point where I don't actually have to depend on my burst on some bosses. So the hardest bosses for me on my Night Lords is currently, who's hard? Papillitis. Papillitis is really annoying because I can't burst him down like 100 to 0 him. Papillitis, Magnus is fine because I bind him. Papillitis is hard. This is probably the hardest one actually. Akarium is actually really easy because I just bind him as well and just one-shot him with my burst. Von Leon, he's easy because I use throw blasting and then I just eliminate him really quickly. Pink Beans are also really easy. It's probably Madman Ranmaru and Papillitis are the hardest because Madman Ranmaru, if you have bad RNG, he can spawn some of those Inferno casters or like binding casters and keep in place. And yeah, I'm just not bothered to go and clear those. I can just burst him down, but he also one-shots most of my Night Lords as well. So it's either he destroys me or I destroy him. So it's a bit of a coin flip between me and Ranmaru. But yeah, especially Papillitis. Papillitis is a bit of a pain. Like, I really need my burst and then really need to like block the lasers and actually have to think about the boss mechanic fight. So if I can get these guys to at least like 1.2 mils like damage, like I think I'll have a lot easier of a time with these. So in order to do that, I think especially the 2 extra VIP necklaces to 17 stars, that'll help a lot. And yeah, if I have an opportunity to flip this for an arcane gun, arcane claw, then that'll also be easier for me as well. But yeah, I'm also thinking, do I really want to expend that amount of mesos? Because, you know, it doesn't stop with just a 400 mil arcane claw, right? I need a 17 star it, which is going to cost like another bill because let's be real, like some of them are going to explode. So it's going to be expensive getting 17 star arcane claws as well. So that's already like 1.5 bill, and then also I have to cube it because these already have decent like lines in their potential. So I'm gonna have to replace it. So let's say that's going to be probably like another bill worth of cubes lost in opportunity. So if I just want to replace a weapon, it's going to be 2.5 bill, right? Is that like the amount? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if for 2.5 bill, I could just get my 3rd slot here, which is 300 mil, and I could just get max nose stones, I guess. Like, I can just buy what? How many is that? That's 2 bill worth of nose stones, which is like 2,000 nose stones. I could buy 2,000 nose stones, and like surely that will be more damage than the increase in damage that arcane claws give me, right? So I'm still like trying to toss through like what exactly I want to like upgrade and thinking about the opportunity cost, because that's a lot to keep in mind, because in the end I don't want to overspend on these guys. Like, I want to get to a point where I can just do the easier 3 doors of CRA, but nothing too much more other than that. So I'm just still thinking, but yeah, definitely the event rings, those are going to be a free boost to my damage. So they're free as well. So it's just, I guess it just takes some time to do it, but that's fine. Like, I'm playing the game anyways, right? But maybe I might also upgrade my shoulders on each of my Night Lords, because these are going to be permanent equips on each of my Night Lords as well. So it might help having like a better like shoulder on these guys. But yeah, other than that, nothing too much more. Oh, I'm sort of considering getting 17 stars on these equips, the CRAs and the reinforced belts in the Shining Star Force or next Star Force event, because I think it could be worth it. I think I think from 10 stars to 17 stars, the average cost is 400 mil. So at least having, like, even just having the 3 CRA equips, that's 1.2 bill, right? That's already more worth it than the upgrading this into Arcane Claw, in my opinion. So I'm still thinking, I'm still tossing over it. I'll make my mind up when we get close to the Shiny Starforce event. But I could also use those 17 star Karma, what's it called? Karma Starforce scrolls on these equips as well. But it'll take a super long time to get these guys all to 17 stars in. But I think immediately getting these guys to level 210 to apply those nose zones is going to be most important to me, because that's going to be my extra damage there. Yeah, that's going to be the most cost efficient way. So honestly, right now, just nose zones are king in terms of increasing DPS and being able to do boss meals. So if you're planning on creating more boss meals as well, I recommend just checking out nose zones. Nose zones are going to be the most cost efficient way into increasing your damage, hands down. But yeah, other than that, yeah, all of my Night Lords, yeah, I didn't get to a point where I showed you exactly my damage and my item drop on each of my Night Lord army, but it's because they're all the same basically. I think the first guy, the F1P army, he's the strongest by far. He's probably got an extra 100k damage, but he's got the exact same item drop as each of my Night Lords. But yeah, it's the same. But anyways, that's it with this. So this is the first episode in this series of, or hopefully a whole series of me just going through my equips and just talking about, I guess, what I'm planning on upgrading and doing on each of my characters basically. So yeah, I think after this video you guys have a pretty clear understanding of what's really on my mind for upgrading in terms of gear, especially on my Night Lords, because I think right now I do want to fund my Night Lords a bit more, because the boss farming, the cube sales are actually going brr, it's going so good. Yeah, so I think it's actually worth investing a bit more in the farming setup. And then once I get my farming setup going, I'll be able to rake in all those mesos to sort of invest more into my Corsair. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next patch, for me to go through what I've upgraded and whatnot. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.